Now let's move to the Democratic side because we're waiting for Hillary Clinton's official announcement. We think that might come in April as well. The New York Times with a story this morning on those emails. Remember, the Benghazi Select Committee on Capitol Hill has asked for Secretary of State Clinton's emails. And the New York Times has a piece this morning talking about they were not able to see the emails, but the emails were described to them by four, they call them senior American officials. You can think hard and figure that one out yourself, I think. But here we go. They did show that Mrs. Clinton's top aides at times corresponded with her about State Department matters from their personal email accounts, raising questions about her recent assertions that she made it her practice to email aides at their government addresses so the messages would be preserved in compliance with federal record-keeping regulations. Lisa, this is going to be your beat, and if you're a Democrat, are you a little nervous about this? Again, she was using her personal account to email top aides on their personal accounts. Therefore, there's no guarantee that the emails ever pass through a government server. Therefore, there's no guarantee that they're preserved anywhere.
Right. The fundamental problem with this story is that it sparks more questions than answers. So was she emailing people from her personal account to their personal account? What was she emailing about? You know, was she mentioning the foundation? Wasn't she mentioning the foundation? It can go on and on and on, and it gives Republicans tons of questions to ask, and to ask them with Benghazi in a formal congressional setting, and that is not good for Secretary Clinton.
Which is why Republicans from Speaker Boehner all the way down are saying, give us your server. Give us the private email server, and if you don't want to give it to us, the Republicans have been smart. They've played this smartly right now. If you don't want to give it to us, if you don't want us to issue a subpoena, give it to a retired judge, give it to a retired inspector general, give it to somebody that the American people will say that's a credible person, and let that person do the CSI on it. Will she be able to resist pressure, and will a Democrat at any point stand up and say, you know, they're right, turn it over?
You know, right now she is resisting pressure because she can just say these people are attacking me. Also, she can say, look at these emails. Some of them were like, please print to some of her aides, or did we survive after she had that tough Benghazi hearing. So I think until maybe some Democrats get involved, that's when you saw her come forward and do that press conference at the UN, when you had Dianne Feinstein saying, you know, she needs to answer these questions. Until you see top Democrats pressuring her to release that server, I don't think she does it.
But with no real primary opponent, what Democrat is going to ask that question?
That's the thing. Martin O'Malley, the former governor of Maryland, has said, I don't want to talk about it. He may be an opponent. Bernie Sanders, the independent senator from Vermont, may run for the Democratic nomination. He says, I don't want to talk about this.